Hello, I've just received my BLUEWAVE GLIDER 2+1 drop stitch kayak, and I thought I'd do a review on it. I've only seen 2 written reviews online and 1 video on YouTube, so basically I'm not doing an unboxing, I'm doing an out of the box and first impressions, you know, inflation, and just basically going over the kayak itself. So onward and upwards. Before I start inflating, I just thought I'd give you a quick view of it rolled out. When you're ready to inflate either the bottom or the side chambers, remember to leave the little white valve in the out position. If you leave it locked in on the in position, when you disconnect your pump, all the air will flood out. Right, well here's my glider fully inflated up to 10 psi. 10 psi is the maximum. It's a warm day, but it's in the shade. Obviously if I was going out for quite a long paddle, I would probably only take it up to about 8.5, 9 psi, and then allow the sun to sort of add the extra pressure. The kayak has three valves, or 3 chambers, obviously 2 side and 1 in the deck. As I said a minute ago, I've inflated to 10 psi, which is the absolute maximum, and it's absolutely as solid as a board. Up on top we have a really nice large spray deck, and you've got a drip guard. I've heard on good authority that once you get it in the sun, because this is brand new out of the box, once you get it in the sun and it gets a little bit of heat to it, that's very easy to shape into the correct position, so it looks a lot better. 2 cargo nets, 1 front and 1 at the rear. In regard to these spray decks, I'm very impressed with the amount of space. I would say probably in the front spray deck you could get 30 to a 40 litre dry bag under there. They're absolutely bags of room. At the rear of the kayak you have the stern, you have another spray deck with a cargo net for storage. Again, if I come down, a really impressive amount of space. I'll try and shine a torch down there, which again you can probably get 30-40 litre dry sack in. There's absolutely tons of storage space. Right at the back there, it's very difficult to see, and I'm not going to push the camera in. There's like the base, the deck doesn't go right to the back, and there's like a well in the solid hull. What can happen is that the water can run along the deck and run to the back, and it will drop into that well. So basically it's stopping the water gathering on top of the deck. It will run off. Again, at the rear you have 2 drain points. I will point out they're not self-bailing. Some people seem to think that you can take it out in the sea, undo these, and it will drain. It won't. The kayak will fill up. It's the opposite. All you do, there's obviously 1 at the back and 1 at the front here. You just turn counterclockwise or anti-clockwise until it's open. Obviously open both, and then you tip the kayak up from the front. The water will run down into this hole, and obviously hopefully out through the hole in the bottom. Then you can tip it up from the back, and hopefully the water will run obviously off the deck and from the well and run down these holes again. So basically this is just clearing your water from your kayak before you start to dry it. The BLUEWAVE GLIDER 2+1 kayak is 15 feet 5 inches long times 29 inches wide. That'll probably be obviously at the widest point. In metric, that's 471 centimetres times 76 centimetres. There's several sets of D-rings. The lower ones are actually for the footrests and the larger ones are generally for the seats. So obviously you can put a seat at the back. These two are more the front position, and I've been advised that you can sort of wiggle it so you can get, you know, have a seat in the middle for single paddling. You have two carry handles, one at the bow, one at the stern, and I must admit they're very, very well put on, so I don't think there's going to be issues there. You've got lovely nose cones, nice and solid, and the same with the hull, so it should cut through the water at the front quite nicely and well, exit the water at the back, I suppose. While I've got the kayak inflated, I thought I would already well, show you a mod. It's not really a modification, it's more just an add-on, and it's this mooring line. I bought two of these in black for my Ituit 3 and they've been absolutely invaluable, mainly from when you're mooring up at a canoe platform. The water level's quite low at the moment, so when you're sort of pulling up at the platform, getting out may be okay, but reaching over and trying to lift out the kayak can be a real problem. Getting down to the handles, you're arcing your back and you're leaning right over. So with these, you can take, it gives you another sort of 7-8 inches. You can grab it by this foam area and lift front and back. Obviously, well, I say obviously, it's stretchy. It stretches up to about 5 foot, so you can actually peg it down or lash it up and you know, secure the kayak. Very, like I said, very impressed with the black one, so I purchased red for this kayak. I must admit, now I've got it inflated and gone right over it from top to bottom, I'm very, very impressed with the build quality. If you've been looking at drop stitch kayaks, you'll notice that a lot of them look more or less the same. They're the same design. You've got the Razor Light by Sea Eagle. There's a German model which I can't quite think of the name. Bay Sport in Australia do one. They're all essentially the same. What they do normally, the companies basically let the manufacturers know what they want. They self-brand, they get them branded in their own sort of colours and names and add their own features. The glider hasn't got mid-carry handles. I mean, I could have done with them really, because I do actually paddle solo. Obviously, if it is an issue, then I'll get them fitted or work something out, get some straps made up to go between the D-rings. However, many of the others haven't got cargo nets, which is essential for me. And this model has cargo nets front and back. So it's a bit of swings and roundabouts really. Okay, the kayak comes with 2 seats. It's got 2 seats and 2 booster cushions. So basically you can have it be sitting up high or low. So I'll just place it mid position just for argument's sake, in between these 2 D-rings. Placing the booster cushion down. Before I put the seat on, I'll show you this absolutely sort of lovely bag, which is it's definitely showerproof. Whether it's waterproof or not, I don't know. You probably fit a 5-litre dry bag in there anyway, but that's a lovely little touch. Obviously from the person behind you, but yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. The seat's got a nice high back. It comes with these clips. Let's just unclip these. That's better. Right, let's pull it open. Velcro there, Velcro there. So if you're using the booster, just sit your seat on the top, your foam seat. Nice high back. I do like that, and I like the shape. It's probably going to allow for the shoulders to move freely. Straps wise, you have lower straps and upper straps. I'll straighten these out a bit more. I'm going to move it forward just for demonstration purposes. Top straps to the front D-rings, and then you have rear straps to the rear D-rings. Obviously, I'm just putting it in for demonstration purposes. You get this more or less back upright. I like to angle it just slightly forward so you get it in position, front and back straps, and then just tighten them all in. But looks like a lovely seat. A lot of people said that they found with the booster cushion or the seat that it's very, very tippy because you're sitting up quite high. So when I do get this out on the water, I'll try it with both. I will try it off of a canoe platform with the booster, just go up and down a bit, see how I feel. And then I'll probably try it without flat on the deck. I do fancy it with that because I do long paddles. I paddle sort of 12, 13 miles, so it would be nice to have that little bit of extra cushioning, but if it's going to be too tippy, I'll do it the way others are doing it. And that's the seats. Right, in your pack you'll find, or in your box you'll find 2 Velcro strips. It seems that a lot of people don't know what these are for. These are basically cheap, very, very cheap footrests which can go on the lower D-rings, and it's just 30mm wide by sort of 700mm, 2 strips of strap, and you just put it between the D-rings. Because it's Velcro, you do it up in a position so you can put your feet against it, so you can try and use your core muscles more. Apparently it won't be much use to me in the middle position. My legs aren't that long, but obviously if I'm paddling with someone else, then I might try them out, and I may modify them. I'm thinking of basically getting some clips on either end and some 30mm plastic in the middle. So we'll see how that goes. Another video. There you go, there's one of the straps fitted. For what it's worth, it's in the pack. I mean, it'll do the job, but it's cheap and tacky. As I said, you can get this and get some clips on it, more like the backs of the seats, with a piece of plastic tube in the middle. It may be a lot more functional, but it's a mod for the future. This kayak comes with a 9-inch skeg. It's basically so that you track in a straight line. I'll try and put this on one-handed, pushing in, but on the first couple of tries it's going to be pretty stiff, so I'll show you a workaround with that. Obviously I'm trying to do it one-handed. If I push it with 2 hands, it will go in. It will wear in. Once it's been in and out a couple of times, it will just slide in, but I'll show you a workaround. And this is my workaround. Clear silicone grease. So what I've done, I've smeared some on the track, smeared a little drop on the skeg, one-handed, all the way in. Now you've got a clip underneath that you push through to secure the skeg. One thing I will want to do when I do my on the water review is try it without the skeg. I often paddle, especially in the summer, I paddle in a lot of shallow water, and a 9-inch skeg, it could be a nightmare. You know, some of the rivers I go and you're going along and literally the bottom is scraping, you have to get out and pull it along. Another workaround, I was going to order another skeg and trim it down to sort of 3 or 4 inches. However, I also own Ituit kayak. I've got 3 new skegs on order. They're only about 4 inches long. These are just only slightly damaged, they're still okay. And the thing is, fortunately, it fits in absolutely perfectly. So again, I've got 3 of these on order, and I've got 3 with my Ituit anyway, so one of them will be coming along with this. So in shallower water I should be a happy bunny. Also included in the pack is this quite nice pump. I've not used it. I ended up using my electric pump. That's mainly because I've got a bit of a lower back issue at the moment, and I'm right outside my house. So yeah, it looks quite good quality. It's a SUP pump, so it's designed for the stand-up paddle boards. It's got its own gauge. I will try it out once I get out on the water, or I'll get my son to do it. He's much younger, and I'll let you know roughly how long it takes to inflate the chambers. With the electric pump, it took round about a minute, just over a minute each, but they estimate about a minute and a half with the hand pump. The kayak also comes supplied with two 4-piece 135cm paddles. I'm actually quite impressed that they're so long, to be perfectly honest. The drip rings are absolute rubbish. And again, I'll try these out on the water, and I'll try and give you my personal opinion in my follow-up on the water video. I won't talk you through the packing away video. I don't think you want to see an old man ranting and shouting and swearing. I may video it just for fun, but so that concludes my unboxing as such, or my out of the box video, and I'll follow this up with on the water, and yeah, hopefully it performs well on the water. I'm extremely impressed so far, so here's hoping. Back in its bag. Oh, now I think it's time for a cuppa, maybe a lay down. Bye for now.